Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Crusader Kings to the Old Gods. So we are in a bit of an interstitial period here. It's a period, let me move my microphone here for a second. Apologies if you heard some ruffling noise there, but a period of some choice. We have some open-ended options open to us. Obviously, I control basically all of Scotland and Ireland, present-day Scotland and Ireland, obviously. I am King Northernlion I the Pious, but we're age 50, so we're probably getting to the point where we're a little bit long in the tooth, so we want to be thinking about succession and stuff like that. And we also, you know, maybe we want to make one last push for conquest while this guy, we're going to be reasonably confident that our king is going to live. So I think what I'm probably going to do, first things first, thanks for all of the constructive criticism in the comments. In particular, people were mentioning Northernlion, you should seriously create these titles that you have the opportunity to do, because not only will this give you prestige, but it'll also, the duchies will raise more armies than if you simply had, like, counties. So, you know, we can create some duchies here that will consist of specific counties, as you can see. So why don't we create the Duchy of Lothian? It'll cost us 100 gold, but give us 200 prestige, and we have created the Jarldom of Lothian. What else can we create here? We can create the Duchy of Moray, which we might as well. This will cost us another 100 gold. Beautiful. And this is basically just giving us an F-ton of prestige, which is fantastic. I'll probably create one more. I want to save some money just in case our upcoming wars end up going a little poorly and I need to hire mercenaries. But what else can we create here? Is it all just duchies? It is all just duchies. What about, like, the Duchy of Ulster? That is the one that you typically start with, or the one that I typically start with when I play Crusader Kings 2 as an Irish county. But anyway, sure, we'll do this. Beautiful. That has cost us a little bit of gold, but now we do have less titles that we can create, although still quite a lot if we can get some more gold. In fact, you know what? We could get a lot of gold right now. Let's look for everybody who is a male in our prison, and we'll try to ransom them to get some more money. So we'll ransom Bran here. 10 gold, they will not accept. Wow, you're not even worth 10 gold, man. That's got to feel pretty shitty. And you know what? If they are not a man, we will instead maybe just make them our concubine. Why can't we do this? We can release them, execute, ransom. We can't make them our concubine, though, which is crazy. Oh, apparently she's not worth 10 gold either. Man, we've got a lowly set of prisoners in our prison right now. So let's banish the imprison. How much do I gain? 0? That's crazy. What if I execute them? Since you have a valid reason, no one will care. All right, well, that feels good. At least simplify the prison system a little bit. Let's get through this a little bit faster. That's our daughter. I remember imprisoning her for good reasons. What about this guy? Man, do people hate me, or do they hate their vassals, like, or do they hate their subjects, I should say? I can't ransom anybody, even this, like, 12-year-old girl. That's probably her dad. Her dad is just like, you know what? Not that interested. What about this lady? No? And I still can't take his concubine. I don't know why. Do I already have too many? Oh, I already have full concubines, I'm pretty sure. All right, that's fine then. So we didn't really get any more money from that at all. Maybe we could organize a blot at the very least? No, we cannot. Well, I'm kind of limited with respect to options here. Our ruler is unmarried. What I've been trying to do, people suggested, you know, why not marry your son off to the queen of, or the princess in Sweden, so you can eventually, like, form an alliance or have a claim to take over Sweden. That's actually a pretty good idea. Unfortunately, I don't really control what my son here does. He's got a different liege than me, which is kind of crazy, believe it or not. But his liege is my vassal, and I'm his vassal's, or I'm my vassal's liege, obviously. So I guess tangentially he is kind of related. I wonder if I could have this guy executed. Let me try something here. Choose a plot, kill Odar of Fife, and then have my son become my own vassal. I don't know. This seems fine for now. He hasn't caused any problems. So maybe I'll try to marry my other son off. My other son is age 1 and age 0. You know what? We're just going to engage in some war here. All right, so let's take a look at the little war map. I just want to take a look at Yorvik quickly. Do we have a king in Yorvik? Yes, but where is he? King Ragnar the Unready. That sounds good to me. He owns all of this territory, but is there, like, a Yorvik behind, is what I'm really worried about. Is there, like, a Yorvik presence in Sweden or Scandinavia, what is now Scandinavia anyway, somewhere? And the answer appears to be no. So you know what? We're going to go for a balls-deep war against Yorvik. And there are only 8 territories. Let me just check my troops quickly. Sorry, it's been a couple of days since I played. Actually, you know what? We don't really have that much in the way of troops. Might be in our best interest to fight some smaller wars first. Maybe we can go to war with Gwynedd here. Why can't we declare war? He's not independent. Who is his liege? Okay, yeah, we'll go to war with Gwynedd. That's fine by me. We can always hire mercenaries if necessary. What kingdom do, or what do we want to take? Yeah, why not the seat of the king here, so we can hopefully get a claim on this entire area. Not that that matters. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's raise our military again. You've seen me do this before, but this is a good way for me to get back into it, because as mentioned, it has been a few days since I played Crusader Kings 2. It's actually been like 8 days since I did my last recording session. I recorded 4 and then just kind of let it sit for a while, and thank you for the support on the videos so far. I'm glad you guys have liked them. This is going to be a turning point to a certain extent in the series, because now we've accomplished all which is easily accomplishable. And we're going to get into some more difficult stuff in all likelihood. Now, I probably should have declared war on more counties at the same time. Like, I should probably basically just start gang fucking the, like, little kingdoms down here. Like, I probably should have declared war on Cornwall and this other unpronounceable one while I was here. But I just wanted to make sure my military was actually strong enough to do what I wanted it to do here before things got really rough. So we'll just engage in some infighting. Hopefully we'll amass some decent territory. Remember, we will have 5-year truces with these guys after we finish out these oh, right. I forgot that in Crusader Kings 2 in 867, 2,000 troops is actually a ton. So we should be able to destroy them very, very easily here. In fact, what are we trying to take? We're trying to take Gwynedd, right? And we're in Gwynedd. Why don't we just let this happen? And if I had to guess, I would say we are probably set to get some sweet prisoners. I was going to say princesses, but this is our princess. So people have been asking, one of the pieces of feedback I've got a little bit was, can you read the conditions or the encounters that you get a little bit more closely? And I will indeed do so, but this is a very basic one, which is basically like this prisoner's asking for mercy. We can be merciful. Which really lowers our diplomacy, which is bad, or we can just let her rot. So I'm just going to let her rot. I'm not going to kill my own daughter yet. She might actually be important. Oh, well, never mind. She just died in our dungeons. Well, it's good, you know. It sounds a little bit heartless, but when your daughters die, sometimes that can make good things happen. So there's problems in the realm of Scotland right now, even though things have obviously gone very well for us so far. One of these problems is definitely that we have a succession crisis. If I just pause quickly, we absolutely have Gavelkind law, at least as far as I can know here. I believe Gavelkind is the correct answer. Yeah, Agnatic, Cognatic, Gavelkind. The titles of this ruler are divided amongst his children, with the oldest getting the primary title. If the ruler has no children who can inherit, the law defaults to primogeniture. You get no prestige penalty for having unlanded sons and can have a 30% larger domain. Gavelkind is a very popular law with everyone except the oldest child. Women can inherit, but only if there are no eligible males. You know what might be interesting, actually? I don't know if this is a good idea, so maybe I'll wait on comments, but if we were to actually destroy the Kingdom of Ireland, I think that would keep our son from actually, or like our second-born son and our third-born son from really splitting up the empire. Like, we don't want a Charlemagne situation here where, you know, the empire ends up being divided in a terrible way, and as a result, we end up fighting civil wars for the remainder of our time in the game. But if I could just consolidate it, then that would be awesome. I believe as Norse, you have to go with Gavelkind, which I don't want, or Gavelkind is maybe the correct pronunciation, which I don't necessarily want. I would almost want the ability to just choose, like, my firstborn son and have him inherit everything. But I don't believe you can do that until you convert to Christianity, so I would definitely be in the market for considering that as well. We can hold a great blot now if we want to. Between March and November, we probably will not finish this war before November, but maybe next year this will be a good way to clean out our prisons, get more prestige. Whoa, this guy is already given me peace terms here. We gain 100 prestige, 50 piety, we gain moral authority, and we gain everything here. Obviously, this will give us a truce, but this does mean we can hold a great blot and sacrifice a bunch of people. All right, so we should probably invite some people to our court now. People have mentioned stop giving Ron Swanson so much land. Probably a good idea. So instead, maybe what I will do is, let me just click on the city here for a second. Just trying to think about what we should do. Maybe we will, people are saying invite other noblemen to your court. So we do have this option right here. Invite noblemen to your court. It'll cost us 12 gold. And we'll have a steward named Hroker who will appear at the court of King Northernlion the Pious. All right, so now we'll have Hroker. Why don't we check out diplomacy here and find out where that dude is. Or we can just see him in here. So let's see who just arrived. I wonder, can you sort them by when they arrived? Oh, he's just down here at the bottom. Let's check out his stats. So he's got 4 stewardship. That's not what I was hoping for. What are his traits? Indulgent, wastrel, ambitious, deceitful, zealous. This is not the kind of person that I want to give land to. Let's invite somebody else. A steward named Frederick. Okay. This might not be the best decision to just continually waste gold inviting people. Let's see what this guy's got going on. Midas touched, wroth, kind, brave, and he's got a good combat modifier. You know what? You got no kids. Congratulations, you are now the leader of the County of Gwynedd. Again, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Good. So I'm trying to work on my vassal management. This is something that's going to probably become increasingly valuable in the future. Why don't we take on a little secondary objective here and marry our king? So a bunch of people have mentioned, you know, it's not necessary to marry your king because you already have sons. However, you do get half of your wife's stats towards yours, basically. So if I get more stewardship, like if I find a wife with really good stewardship, then I could have a larger domain size and get more money in for myself because I would actually directly administer on those counties. So what we might want to do is, well, why don't we search our realm and we'll search based on stewardship. And I kind of want to marry an old lady, honestly, because I don't want to have any more children to divide my empire up further than it has to be. So look at this. She's the Baroness. Do we have anybody older? Yeah, what about this? She's the Chiefess, but her stats aren't as good. I suppose we could always kill our sons if we have to. Oh, wait, we have to say that they're not married. Okay. Okay, what about this? She's 20. She doesn't really like us. She doesn't have a good rank. Well, could we marry our own spy master? At least, no, she's our spy master, so she probably doesn't have good stewardship. Okay, she wants to get married. Let's, it's probably going to cost us an F-ton of prestige. It's probably a bad idea, but I kind of just want to marry my dude off. And the dude says no! You're not gonna let the King of Scotland, which rules almost all of the British Isles, marry your daughter. It's not even his daughter, is it? Wow, that's crazy. Let's search for my religion, yes, and my culture, yes, and see if that changes things. What about her? She's a courtier. She's wroth. She's depressed. She wants to become court chaplain. That's going to be difficult with only a learning skill of 3. But hey, let's try to marry Hafrid now. This is Ron Swanson is her owner. And I don't mean that in an offensive way. It's kind of the way it worked back then. You know what? I will sacrifice the prestige to marry her off, just so we can get that stewardship stat. And let's see how that affects our... I don't know why that happened. Oh, I guess Bjorn died. Let's appoint a new steward with high stewardship stat. It is the Chief of Fife. I'm glad I didn't murder that guy. We'll have our council just do some stuff as well. If you're concerned about the stuff that I'm doing, you're like, Northernlion, explain it more. You know, valid point. I'm basically just putting my... Oh, Bjorn is my seer as well. I'm basically just putting all of my council in areas where they'll be helpful. Usually I just have my dudes research military technology or research whatever technology they can. But the only difference is that I had our seer kind of improve religious relations or kind of try to convert the populace of the county that we just took over, which I think is smart. Okay, we got a lot of stuff kind of going on here right off the bat. Yes, I will collect a royal aid. That will pay for the people that I invited to my court. We lost some prestige there, but that's okay because we did, now we should have a higher stewardship stat, although that did not affect our domain size at all, which is unfortunate. All right, but that's all right. Our king's married now. What else can we do? We might want to just create one more title, you know? Why not? We'll create the Duchy of Strathclyde up here. It'll give us some more prestige and cost us a little bit of money. And why don't we hold a great blot as well? Oh, we can't because it's not before March or... Oh, we can't have it until November. Okay. So let's just speed up time. We'll wait till November. Then we'll hold this blot to get a bunch of prestige and kind of get people out of our prison. See, that only took like a second there anyway. And then we'll go to Intrigue and hold a great blot. It'll cost us a little bit of gold. It will greatly improve our vassals' opinions of us. Hey, our domain size is actually larger now, so next time we conquer a county, we can at least take over maybe the city for ourselves. So let's have this great block go on, and we'll clear out our prisons and get some awesome prestige and a ton of piety as a result. Keep in mind, our piety is already 2,600. Really should have gone for becoming a paragon of virtue, which would have given us a bunch of prestige. Anyway, we've had great blots before, so I apologize if I'm glossing over what's going on here pretty quickly. Basically, all these guys are going to be Christian, and they're going to talk about their great book, and we're just going to sacrifice them up for delicious piety and prestige. Yes, sorry, Bran, that's another 50 prestige and 25 piety. It's a really good way to clear out the prison. And since our concubines are full, even the ladies are not really all that valuable to us anymore. So this will make up for the prestige loss from getting married. All of our vassals are super psyched about this bitchin' feast that we're having. What happens here? Okay, so basically, morsels of food and clean big bones fly everywhere from the direction of Mayor Ake as he greedily stuffs himself with the delicacies served at the table. Suddenly, his face turns a strange shade of green, and he rushes towards the exit, but only makes it as far as Frederick before he starts retching his stomach comments into Frederick's lap. So our opinion of him actually gets lower. I'm not sure why. Maybe he cooked the food and then threw up himself. Maybe he had a little bit too much mead. Who knows, man? The blot should be over any second now, and then we will prepare to do a little bit of extra war. Now, I really don't want to go to war with Sweden yet, which is unfortunate because I would really love this like blue part of the England, what is now England anyway, to be wiped out so that I didn't have to like scroll out and be like, oh, that's blue, but it's not me. I like to paint the map in my own color. So why don't we instead go straight into attacking Cornwall. Is this guy going to have a lot of troops? I doubt it. So we'll declare war on Cornwall to conquer Cornwall. And at the same time, we will declare war. Oh, he's not independent. Who is his liege? Of De Huberth. Where is De Huberth? Can I click it on the map? Oh, it's just this area right here. So yes, we'll declare war on him as well. Hopefully he doesn't have a bunch of troops. And we'll do this to claim Gwent? No, we'll do this to claim Diffid, which is going to be, you know, keeping our borders continuous, which is important to me. So I've declared war on both of these fools now. Hopefully they don't call in a substantial army of their own. Why don't we... Okay, so we'll just raise our military now. We have, whoa, as you can see, way more troops now. It just took a little while to get them recharged, but now we have like 6,000 troops, which we should be able to use to conquer effectively. So for now, we'll put them all in one kind of force, but once they get actually through to here, I'll combine them and then split them in half so that we can effectively conquer both territories at roughly the same speed. So let's crank it up to game speed 4 here. Just to get a little bit faster. And you know what? Actually, we can just have these guys. They'll make up our first fighting force. So you just go straight into this area here. I have faith that you'll be able to take that out easily. Where's our other dudes? They're taking forever, but that's okay. I doubt that this Cornwallish kingdom down here at the bottom is going to offer too many problems for us. So why don't we just have everyone meet here and then group up? They actually, now I'm concerned. These guys have 1,800 men as opposed to what they previously had. Why don't we send another 1,200 men of our own up here? Maybe they have some allies helping them out or something. You're just going to here? Okay, that's fine. Are these guys actually going to meet me head on? Or are they going to come through this way? This is interesting. Maybe they're meeting up to create a much larger fighting force. This is a little scary, actually. They've got a pretty substantial fighting force of their own. We'll arrive in Gwynedd on April 5th, 895. We'll arrive on April 14th, 895, sorry. April 14th, really? April 5th, April 14th. Okay, so we'll go to Gwynedd instead then. And now they've decided, you know what, maybe we don't want to go that way after all. We've got to catch these guys out somehow is the problem. This is actually going to make that a little bit easier, because as these guys come through this territory, where are they going to? Yorvik. We will also go to Yorvik. And now they have stopped going to Yorvik, so we'll move ahead one province. At the very least, we can just siege the F out of all of these territories, and they can't really do much about it. We're going to catch these guys. Good. They're going to die. We've got both battles going on simultaneously. Half-decent army management, at the very least, has allowed me to make something good happen here. I actually do not want my wife to be pregnant. This is going to sound terrible, but maybe I should imprison and execute her, and, well, whatever. We'll deal with it as it comes. In the meantime, let's wipe out this last remaining force here, and we'll help out our buddies in Yorvik, who we're soon going to try to cleanse from the earth as well. Again, anything I say in this, keep in mind we are playing a grand strategy game. Sometimes unsavory things happen, and that's not my way of saying that those things are implicitly okay. He will not accept our demands yet. It's just, you know, keep in mind that I am not actually a terrible person in real life. I am a terrible, terrible person in this game, though. So we pretty handily won these wars already, and we should be able to take a wide swath of territory over the course of this roughly half an hour long episode. Now, there are some things worth mentioning about how I want this to go. Obviously, if we zoom out here, I'm just going to talk about this as our siege goes on. At some point, we're going to have to take out Wessex, and at some point, we're going to have to take out Yorvik if we want to own this entire continent for, well, you know, subcontinent, I suppose, for ourselves. I'm going to save them till last, because remember, as we create titles through here, we will be able to, to the most illustrious King Northernlion I, thank you very much. The burghers of Maybole are barely able to pay their taxes. Our coffers are empty. I humbly ask that you lower the taxes for your cities. If we bribe him, we have gold. This will lower, yes, I can say an absurd request and people will be pissed. I can say very well, and then we get minimal city taxes, which I don't want. Or I can bribe him, lose 40 gold. Sure, I have enough gold that simplifies the situation for me a little bit. Oh, we have a peasant revolt. The peasants have risen up in Ossory, led by a disgruntled former soldier. The rebels now have the nerve to demand independence. That is a non-insignificant force here, and they might actually be able to take some of my territory, which I'm not psyched about. Sure, Bursey is a good name for a son, because I'm going to burst him when I get the chance. Now, let me think about how to deal with this, because we could simply, you know, airdrop in the A-team of mercenaries here and take them out. Or we could let them rampage a little bit through Ireland and just take them out with our existing forces to save some money, which I think is what I'm going to do to try to keep my coffers fairly full here, keep my wallet full so that I can, in the future, we lost that siege already. They're not going to gain huge war score. Even if they do, we'll be able to come back. Well, one thing's for sure, I am definitely not going to surrender to these guys, so we don't have too much to worry about. I would love to be able to end one of these wars, though. This dude with 47 war score. I mean, of course, these guys are probably watching this peasant revolt being like, shit, yeah, this is awesome. Keep it up, guys. But it's a last-ditch effort for them because I definitely have superior numbers. Even if we lose that county, we can regain it very quickly. In fact, if we won't lose it, they'll just gain possession of it until the war is over, and then I'll get it back. I'll probably have to re-siege it, unfortunately, but whatever. Shit happens. We're still winning all of these wars. In fact, we just got a 65 war score against the dude from Cornwall. He will accept our demands now, so that's an easy one. Now, I'm just going to send these dudes... Here's the thing. Can I get a fleet? This is the first time I've used a fleet at all. They're from up there. Let's lower them. Let's raise vassal fleets. It might be faster for me to try to send dudes across on boats, which I've never done outside of off-camera play. So excuse me, seriously, if I mismanage them. I apologize for that. In fact, why don't we have these boats all... I'm very bad with navies in like every game. But we'll have the navies come here instead, because we'll send our troops back there. Oh, no, we won't, actually. These are the troops we want. Okay, so we want them to actually come out to here. All right. So just give this a second. I'm going to try to send these troops across on the boats. I always forget how this works. Maybe these boats have to be in Land's End first, or maybe these are not even transport vessels. Okay, so we've usurped the title here. That's good. We've conquested Norwal. I accept your offer of peace. Your men drag this dude out. Cool, off to the dungeons. We'll sacrifice him in like 5 or 6 years. Obviously, we're going to keep our men in enemy territory here for a second. I don't know why I can't embark them. Why can't we embark? No navies present which are large enough to transport army. Okay, let me think about this for a second. What if we disband... oh, sorry, not disband, not disband. What if we create new units and we just create like 1,000 troops or something like that? So there we go. We got 1,200 now. Can we send 1,200 over? We can't send 1,800 over. We can send 1,200 over. So we can do this in 2 passes. So we'll send you over here, maybe to Desmond. And then we'll come back, never fear. So you guys, we want to now send our army over here. Select unit. Like that. Okay, just give me a second here. Again, my ship management skills are real bad. Wait a minute. No, I didn't want to select... You merge the fleets. Now I want to select the units. There we go. The units, you go over there. All right. And after they get there, good. We'll send the fleet back over here, and it should be able to take like another 1,200. In hindsight, probably easier to just walk, if I had to guess. This being said, again, so new unit. Sure, we'll send over 938 men. Over here, and then you go back over here. And it's going to take us a little while, but, you know, at the very least, we're getting to show off a little bit of the Navy. So you go over. And this is all this just for the privilege of possibly even losing this battle. Did the men even go over? Yes, they did. So then you come back. And we've almost won this last siege over here, which should, yes, convey an offer of peace. Just want to check it over quickly to make sure we get it all. Don't worry, I'll give away these territories to remaining vassals. I'll keep 1 for myself. Because we did gain 7 there. So let's do that right now before we get a little too far ahead of ourselves. So who is the vassal I very recently created? He's the mayor of, or he should be the Duke of Gwynedd or something? I'm just looking for Gwynedd. Chief of Gwynedd. Okay, that's the term that they use here. So we'll grant him another landed title. We'll give him the county of... Which we took Diffid there. So that's right next to him, so we might as well give that to him. Does he have a wife? Oh, shit, he has a wife. But he doesn't have a kid yet, so if we kill him, we just get these territories back. What else do we have here? We have 2 more territories to give away. So let's just look in our... What about Heigl? Helgi, sorry, not Heigl. He likes us. Maybe we'll give him the temple and the city. Let me see if this works. We're at 8 now, and we're just going to give him the temple as well. And as a result, we should now be at our proper domain size. Beautiful, okay. I'm also just going to walk my remaining troops over this way, because these wars are now at an end, of course. And we'll try to do our best naval management to get all of our existing troops out of here. Once we actually start having to use the Navy, this is going to be where my military ability kind of comes to an end, I would definitely expect. So I'm going to disband my fleet now, because it's just costing me money at this point. But we'll merge these troops and try to end this peasant revolt. Really, the things I'm principally worried about now, over the course of the remainder of at least this king's life, is the brewing of a succession crisis. Once we, just come up here. Once we have consolidated our territory a little bit, we're gonna have some real succession problems, which is why I almost think, like, if I could convert to Christianity, that would take a little bit of the fun out of the play so far, because playing as pagans is obviously hilarious just because of some of the options that they get. But if we could convert to Christianity, we might be able to enjoy a different kind of succession law, which would probably give us a much better chance of survival as well. So these guys are not accepting our demands, probably because they still have a force remaining, and also they have some holdings. So this should do it. Yeah, there we go. We've hit 100%. So we should enforce our demands. And there's peace. Beautiful. So we dealt with a very minor civil war here. We can lower our troops, which is fine. They're not costing us that much. You know, we made some money there. Why don't we create some more titles? Duchy of Ulster seems a-okay with me. That's going to give us an F-ton of prestige as well. And do we have anything from intrigue that we can really do? We can present a debutante. We can... why can we not go on a grand hunt? The month is before November. God damn. Okay, we'll go on a grand hunt next year for sure, just to keep our intrigue going. And you know, we have been pushing out a little bit in Scotland here. It hasn't been 5 years, no doubt about it. So we definitely cannot go to war with... Wait, who owns this territory? Oh, it's Sweden. Okay. We definitely cannot go to war with Mercia. Who owns this land? Is he his own liege? Is he independent? Wow, this guy is going to get wiped off the face of the earth. Yeah, we will Oh, subjugation of England. That scares me. Oh, it's because he's revolting against his liege right now as we speak. Okay. Who owns this land? Is that Sweden as well? We'll check and see. Yeah, okay, that's directly ruled by the King of Sweden. We've gone to war with all three of these minor territories here. So, you know, we could try to pick off a little bit of Mercia here. I wonder if we could just offer him vassalization if he'd be pissed. Let's try to offer these other guys vassalization. Just because if I can avoid getting into a war, that would be better. Obviously, you know, ideally they'd say yes, but that's probably pretty unlikely. No. What about these Scottish islands in the north? Who are they ruled by? Does she not have a liege? Oh, she does have a liege. King of Yorvik. So I guess we can't even offer vassalization. Interesting. It looks like we're gonna have to do this the hard way. To be honest with you, I'm okay with that. Did we... You know, why don't we even create just one more title? Just to kind of get them continually going here. Again, like people have mentioned in the comments, this is going to create more armies for us that we can use in the future. I'm not sure if that... I mean, we still could let our people, our armies regenerate a little bit, but I think it's probably in our best interest to declare some extra war here. Is this guy revolting against his liege, or is that territory that we can easily take? Well, we don't have a casus belli. Oh, because he's not a coastal province. Shit, can we actually... Oh, we can't declare war against Mercia either. We could declare war against Wessex, but I'm not sure if I want to... Yeah, I'm really not sure if I want to go to town on this bigger force yet. That's unfortunate. Well, oh, and that's ruled by Yorvik. Shit, man, we might just want to go to war against Yorvik, who I believe are actually at war with Scotland right now. I'm actually not sure exactly how you tell. How many allies do they have? Okay, Denmark, that's rough. Yorvik, Lancaster, those don't worry me too much. But Denmark is a little scary. How's Denmark doing up here? Not so good. Sweden's taken some of their territory. Oh, maybe they're doing all right, actually. You know what? Who dares wins? Unless... Oh, that's Sweden again. I'm just trying to make sure here that there's nothing else I can take. What about Wessex? How is Wessex looking on the Allied front? This is the most I've ever thought about getting into a war. West Francia, that's his brother. Burgundy. Wow, you know, this is actually a little bit scary at this point. Maybe I just want to break a truce and take a little bit more territory down here. It'll give us -5 diplomacy, cost us 2,000 prestige. You know what? I'm going to take a little time here to use the power of editing, and then I'll figure out what the heck we're going to do, because this is actually a pretty major decision, I think. So I'll be back in a second. All right, I've decided, fuck it, we're gonna go to war against Yorvik. If Denmark comes in, we'll try to quickly negotiate a peace. This could be a major mistake, but I think Denmark is fighting a war against Sweden as we speak. And I think this might mean that maybe we can call Sweden into our war. Do we have much in the way of allies? We have our own son. That's our only ally. Do we have a daughter we can marry off quickly to possibly make this... Well, she's in jail and dead, so that's not good. All right, let's give it a try. You know, who dares wins, right? This might be a terrible decision. What do we want to take? Probably the Northumberland area, I would say. That's probably going to give us the best possible turnout here. So why don't we declare war to claim... I don't want subjugation. Claim Norfolk and claim Suffolk. Is that it? I guess maybe you can't get the same thing on Norse leaders that you can get on other people. I really don't want to get Norfolk, though. Subjugation of Frisia. Where the heck is... Oh, Frisia is all the way down there. I have no interest in that. Subjugation of England. What's this? Okay. Pagans are allowed to subjugate other pagan rulers once per 10 years. Sure, if we... Is this... We're not fighting the whole war for the whole continent, are we? We're just fighting war for... shit, dude. Let's see. This could be amazing. Could be real scary. We have just declared war on another pagan. If this ends up killing us, this is a good time to point out that if we end up losing... my whole idea for what will happen with this Crusader King series is if things go drastically wrong, as they have the potential to absolutely do, don't get me wrong, we will, instead of trying to recover it every single time, and you know, possibly suffering pretty bad as a result. Oh, of course we have fucking peasant revolts now. And yeah, instead of expending our effort trying to bring our empire back together, maybe we'll just we'll start from 867 or 1066 from a different region in the world, because you know, every time you play it, it is a little bit different. It's as Paradox likes to say, these games are historical sandboxes, so you don't necessarily have to you know, just because your game's over doesn't mean it's really over, if that makes sense. So we're just creating a large force here. I'm pausing the game as often as possible just to make sure I'm managing my army effectively. The good news is Yorvik's already at war with some fools. Who else is... They have nobody else on their side. I wonder if we can get the Kingdom of England as a result of this as well. So, I mean, ideally what I would want to do is take over their armies first, or destroy their armies first. So why don't we create like a 1,000 unit... let me think about this for a second. 306, 627, 817, 891, 1448. That's fine. So we've created a new an army with 1,448 troops, and we're going to use this as kind of our roving force. Oh my god, we have fucking more peasant revolts. The peasants have risen up in Cornwall. Well, at least that's on the way down here. We're going to use this as kind of our roving fighting force to deal with some of these jerkwads, and hopefully take out enemy factions a little bit more effectively. Again, could hire mercenaries. And it's probably something that's in my best interest, considering we're going to be getting a lot of kind of random encounters happening here. But this is okay. So far, you know, the start of the war is always where things look kind of crazy when you have superior forces. We have just won a battle with Yorvik again. I think we should occupy territory at this point and maybe start going to town. I think Yorvik is actually fighting Sweden as we speak. And you know what? Might be a good... Come on, don't lose those 400 troops. That'd be real shitty. There we go. So our troops came in to reinforce just in time. Fantastic. We'll try to stop this peasant revolt. And then once we stop this peasant revolt, we'll get our fleet ready. And we'll use this fleet to carry these troops across to deal with this peasant revolt. And then they can come in and occupy more territory in Yorvik as well. Okay, I think we're going to be all right here. We should probably raise the fleet right now as we speak. Raise the fleet from our vassals. And we'll just... get all these guys down here, maybe is where we want them to go, especially these ships. And how many ships do we have in our own domain? 6. Well, you know what? We might as well send them down here anyway. This is going to be the biggest war we've ever fought, and so it pretty much makes sense to, you know, have everybody involved in the war kind of go into town here. So I'm just, like, the game speed is pretty high, which is not necessarily a great thing because I can't follow everything that's happening as it happens, but this is... just to keep things free-flowing here, this might be a little bit longer of an episode than you might be used to, and we will definitely merge our fleet here. Please tell me that this peasant revolt dude is just ready to... I almost want to offer him a white peace just to free up these 2,000 troops. In fact, we don't need 2,000 troops anymore as a bit. Okay, there we go. It's over anyway. So go to diplomacy, offer peace, enforce demands. Beautiful. So we gain a little bit of prestige there. Our prestige is like really, really amazing right now, by the way. You guys all get on there. Thankfully, all the troops can fit. We're winning some sieges up here. So there's one war done. I expect that we will be able to win this next peasant revolt very quickly. We just basically use that boat as a jumping off point. My concubine Esselia is pregnant. That kid is going to be a looker for sure. How old is our king anyway? King Northernlion I the Pious has improved his martial skill in battle. Good. Where are these guys going now? I guess they're going to Devon. But yeah, we're going to win this battle effectively, and then we'll be able to devote all of our troops to taking over Yorvik, which is fantastic. I guess we get all of the territory that we own when we declare peace with Yorvik, and we should probably choose when to declare peace. So we can upgrade our technology a little bit. Sure, let's upgrade popular customs, which gives us better opinions from our city vassals. We'll upgrade legalism, which gives us +1 domain size. That's really useful, actually. We'll improve military organization, which gives us better army morale. Why don't we improve... I always like to improve castle infrastructure, because then we get more taxes from the castles. And is there anything else? Yeah, why don't we improve our siege equipment to improve the speed at which we have sieges, and we'll improve our cavalry as well. Fantastic! Okay, things are going really well so far, and we'll probably continue this episode until the war with Yorvik reaches an end, even though it is a little long here. These guys still, after their peasant revolt, are not done. Where are these guys going? Where are you going? We'll arrive in Somerset, so we will chase them into Somerset. Since they're demoralized, I'm not sure this is actually true, but I'm pretty sure we'll catch them, and we did. This guy wants to sign a peace offer. Yes, we imprison him, and we gain 20 prestige. Fantastic. Okay, now this war with Yorvik is going to get kicked into overdrive, and I'm very glad that we actually went through with this in actuality. We should at the very least be able to gain a few counties. I think Yorvik is also getting torn apart. We'll just merge the units and lower our fleet so we don't lose too much gold. I think Yorvik is actually being torn apart by Sweden, like, as we speak. We have grabbed a 5-year-old girl and thrown her into the dungeons. She will be our concubine later. I'm sorry, that's really gross. But yes, we're fighting this war with Yorvik. They're probably gonna fade away from existence, and their lands will be partitioned, if I had to guess, between myself and Sweden. What I'm really looking for is to gain the title of King of England, so I can create the Kingdom of England, and then possibly be able to form the United Kingdom, because I believe if I get all of this territory, or at least like 80% of it, then I can just form or stake a claim on the Kingdom of England. And then with England, Scotland, I'll probably have Wales by then, or what eventually becomes Wales. With England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland, I should be able to create the United Kingdom. I've never done it before in Crusader Kings, so I'm really hoping my king... Oh, shit, now this is no longer Yorvik. What happened there? Who owns this territory? Westmoreland. He does not have a liege. Do I have to declare war on him? Oh, I'm already at war with him for some reason. This is very strange. Maybe I can negotiate peace with him. I have no idea what's going on. But anyway, we're moving over to a different part of Yorvik just because I want to make sure that I occupy as much Yorvik territory as I possibly can by the end of the war. All right, our child lacks a guardian. People have told me, by the way, good idea. Have yourself educate your child so you can choose what traits they get. Where's my... Oh, man, I have very poor learning skills, but at least this way I'll be able to choose or guide at least my son's traits. Okay, so you are now done with your siege, so we'll come through here. Again, half apologies for the long episode, but I know you guys tend to like long episodes as well, so that's okay. We'll do another episode next. We got another son, unfortunately, which, again, I'm not happy about as much as I should be. It's a bundle of baby joy, but I'm not excited about that. So I'm interested to see what kind of peace terms we can get with Yorvik. I kind of want to negotiate peace sooner rather than later, just to take the territory that I've already held. Norfolk has now become part of Wessex. Is there... I don't even know if there is any more Yorvik territory that we can actually occupy. We might only be able to get these 4 provinces. I mean, 4 provinces is a lot, but still. Yeah, so I'm interested to see what kind of peace deal we get here. I was mentioning that I might want to negotiate peace earlier rather than later, just because I don't want to possibly anger Denmark, who might be a real pain in the ass for us. You never know. My prisoner is complaining. Let him rot. That's an obvious decision every single time. Another siege has gone successfully here. Do we 100% hold that land yet? No, we don't. So we're going to siege these last few remaining holdings, and then maybe we will try to enforce our demands. I don't know what demands we have, honestly. Subjugate the Kingdom of Yorvik. Done. Hopefully we manage to continue doing that. So Cuthbert is now taken. We have one more holding to siege, I believe. After a successful siege, you have dragged the Chiefess of Yorvik. All right, that's really good. She's 20. What are her skills? I mean, her liege is like the owner of Yorvik, so this is really good for us. She seems like kind of a nasty lady, so I'm not that interested in making her a concubine and creating children with her. Also, my king's getting a little bit long in the tooth. Like I said, 55. You know, it's the year 898, so this guy potentially is not going to live too much longer. What's wrong with this guy? Why do we know? We know that Ivar is the leader of a plot. If we send him a request to end his plot, he will do it. Okay, I don't understand why he would rebel against me, because I am a dope king. But he did give up his claim on that plot, which is beautiful. And we should, I'm just going to siege this like last remaining area down here in Yorvik. And then we should be able to end this war, and upon ending this war, I believe we will own a substantial deal of territory that we previously did not, which is awesome. So we're just going to wait for this siege to be over. We're also sieging their allies. I don't know if we can eventually own this territory. I mean, like I said, this just kind of became not Yorvik halfway through, which is super unfortunate. But anyway, we'll just throw some more troops at the siege. Keep complaining about your cell. It falls on deaf ears, I promise you. We are auto-saving as we go into a new year, and as we wipe out these last few remaining troops and finish off with this siege, I don't anticipate too much in the way of problems. I can always take this territory over next, unless we have a truce with them. But our truce with Wales and Cornwall is probably almost done. So the cook complained to me about my son Sigurthor's temper tantrums. Apparently he punched her son in the face again. The kid shows spirit, which would give him wrath. That makes him wrath. Beat him into being calm. Encourage him to be more patient, or pray for his soul. Good question. I'm going to pray for his soul, just for the piety bonus, and because that's kind of a neutral thing, and I don't necessarily want to influence him in that direction. Okay, so now we have the Baroness of Richmond. The siege of Richmond is over. How much more? They have a lot of holdings in this territory, that's for damn sure. He still will not accept our demands, which is absolutely batshit crazy to me. Keep complaining! It's not going to help you in the end. Our domain size is larger now. So we can get one more holding. My liege, I hate this Mayor Ake, man. He threw up at my blot. Now he wants to intercede on behalf of one of my prisoners. You know what? Just to make you happy, I will let this prisoner out. It's not the end of the world. I'm not happy about it. Can I get him back now? I just let you out of prison and now you want to come back? Ugh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. We're at 98% in this war right now. He will still not accept peace, probably because we went for the subjugation clause. So I guess that means we are going to send at least one of our forces to do cleanup work on these two remaining like allied forces that he has up here. Otherwise, I'm not sure what to do. If we win this last siege, yes, I will educate my other son as well. If we win this last siege, I should be able to get to 100% war score. Or maybe like, oh yes, I want to educate this guy myself. Maybe ticking war score will take me there as well. I'm not sure if ticking war score applies in subjugation, but we'll see. Anyway, I can probably just hem this guy in and eventually... Oh my god, he's dodging me every single time. Here we go. Let's try this then. Did I get to him? Nope. All right. We're still at 98%, but our siege is going. There we go. Okay, so we wiped out another one. That didn't even give us a 1% bonus. So why don't we just try to end this siege with the allies a little bit faster here. I'm really not sure what we can do other than just continually sieging this territory. We can start executing all of his prisoners that we captured. I'm not sure if he'd like that very much. There's another 7 men sieging my territory. I'm real scared. Yorvik, man, I own you. I own Yorvik right now. You still refuse to accept my demands? All right, well, we're getting to the point where this has become an incredibly long episode. And I'm loath to end it before it's over, but still, maybe there are some Yorvik men just like randomly in England that I'll try to go seek out, but if there's not, I mean, I might as well kill these 20 dudes up here as well. Is there Yorvik territory I'm missing? Is it this lady? Who's her liege? She is her own woman now. Can I offer a vassalization? No. Interesting. I really do not understand what's going on. I definitely don't want to accept a white peace. I mean, if I offer a white peace, then I don't get anything in the war. I fear my son Dyer is too cynical for his age. He's clear-sighted. Beautiful. That gives him an intrigue ability, which I wanted. I've never noticed, by the way, that you can control your son if you, or control your, oh, you stay there. You can control your son's traits if you, educate them personally. So I apologize for all the runaround we've been doing here. I'm just trying to get to 100% war score. Turns out this is more problematic than you would originally anticipate. But if we don't find them in a few minutes, I'll just end the episode, let him rot, and we'll look forward to, I don't know, making some good stuff happen later. What I'm worried about is the idea that, like, this guy in Yorvik, let's just look quickly. This guy in Yorvik has, like, 1 territory left somewhere. I really can't believe that he will not just accept this victory here of ours, because we've basically occupied all of his territory. So you know what? I'm gonna end the episode right now, and we'll see what happens in the future. But as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support on the series so far. It's been a smashing success. I'm a big fan of the way that these have been received. So again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.